The song sounds like it's just... I've had it on for a little while, and I'm pretty sure that it's just looping the same thing. So I'm gonna change it. I just want to get this chat going on the side here. App. Chat, 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 chat. Chat, 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 chat. Where you at? Not that. Oop. Nope. Cancel. Stop it. Oh. Why can't I read? Okay. I just heard that a lot. I'm frustrated. I'm gonna switch this over. It's an hour? It's an hour of that. Oh, man. Okay. Nah. We'll go to, maybe I made a mistake looking for D&D music. I thought maybe that would be easier. I'm gonna go ahead and just do medieval. Let's do this one. This sounds fine. Cool. Okay, well it's lo-fi, so... It's fine. It's fine. It's not too bad. Gotta share the news, everybody. The news that I'm streaming. I gotta go to those places where I can copy-paste that link that leads people here to say hello and good morning. I'm late. So there's one. I can be good at this, I promise. Where is it? Where is it? Why can't I read? There. Okay, where else did I want to post this? Beep, 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 streaming, click, boop. And I guess I should do Twitter too, right? I don't really have a lot of followers on Blue Sky, so I'm gonna leave that shit alone, but... we will do. You know, I'm not really feeling this one either. This feels... Also, is it loud? I feel like it's loud. It's almost like I had an extra 10 minutes to do this. I spelled medieval wrong. Oh wait, no I didn't. I think I did this one last time and it was fine. Yeah, I did this one already. It's fine. Okay, cool. We'll chill with this one. Boink. Hello, Eric. How doth thou do? Where is my glove? There it is. Alright. Moving right along. One of these days I'll come in here already prepared and everything will look really hunky-dory and nice. I promise that one day that'll happen. This turned out pretty alright. I think the only thing I'm missing is the other side of her coat here. Just like a quick little... I don't think I want it dripping down like that though. I think I'm just gonna have it swing out. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay. I don't like the quality of some of my line work on this. just because I did it real speedy quick and it's a little inconsistent. Like, I like his head's so nice and clean, right? And then his hands are kind of lumpy. So I think I'm gonna clean up his hands. I gotta finish thickening up the line on her. And then I'm hesitating to throw on word bubbles just yet because I need to, get a, you know, font that I like. But it costs money. And then I can start on these guys. Yeah, cool. Let me just accidentally closed the chat. There we go. Oh, cool, awesome. I hate that you're in hell. That sucks. Yeah, I bet. I wish I knew more about 3D modeler programs I could help, but alas, I don't. The only ones I'm aware of are ZBrush, Daz might still be around, and then Maya and Blender. Hey, Cody. Just, more inking. And what is this on the ground? Oh, right. I thought it was something important. It's, I have those, like, kind of plasticky silicone straps for my Fitbit, and one of them just absolutely snapped, and I lost the connecting part, and I found it. Okay. I was worried it was, like, part of the USB part of, like, a mouse or something. You know, like the, Bluetooth mice. Okay. Up to finishing this page so I can get paid, because rent is close enough away that I need to get on this shit. Yay! Yay, rent! Yay! Yay! Love it for me, love it for you. Yeah, it's true. It is like another program. I imagine it's not the same as moving to a different art program, because like pretty much all of these have the same core of like, yeah, we're like Photoshop, but we're different. We're quirkier and cuter and slimmer and not so bloated and nicer and kinder and respectful. But I imagine 3D modeling programs don't have that kind of same structural through line of mimicking another program. That's what it seems like to me, anyway, when I've looked. Like, it seems like Maya and Blender in particular are pretty different, but I'm also coming in from the outside, looking in, where it all looks like an utter mash of chaos. Yeah, I believe that. So before I sit down and commit, like I should have already, I forgot to pour myself some water, so I'm gonna take a quick moment to take my glass, grab some water, and be responsible, darling. If anyone else needs to be responsible, now is the time. Where did I put my phone? There it is. Okay, I'll be right back. I'll be right back, and then I'll read your thing, Cody. I saw you post it, but I'm getting water. I'll be back. Don't cry for me. also locking out the cats because they've been kind of wild lately. I think the cold does something to their brains. But I return! Okay. Oh, dude. For real, stress is, it's going around. Oh, boo! I'm sorry that you're being let go. That sucks. Well, hopefully there's some benefit to that. I hope it's not all bad. Looking for that silver lining. Like, I know having a job and that stability, is really good and useful, but I don't know. Maybe there's something there you can take advantage of. Especially if they got unemployment, that'd be cool. But I don't know if that works with being let go or not. Hello, microphone. Why are you hiding behind my tablet like that? Why don't we move you? This seems precarious. You guys can see it, but it's taller now. My mic has a, whoa, precarious. Has a metal bottom that's, cool. Sorry, I'm just dropping a bunch of stuff. It's magnetic. And I have here in front of me a, headphone stand that you can rest your headphones on when you leave. But I never use them. I always just kind of hang them up on my, got a hook next to me on my desk, or on, my monitor. I'll just hang it on that. So I have it there instead, where it's blocking part of my chat. That's cool. That's cool. We can just... Oh, I need a longer cable. Okay. Moving things around. Footloose and fancy free. Dropping shit on my desk again and again. Moving right along. Oh, you know what? I have an idea. Hang on. Okay, let's try this. Good enough. Okay. Alright, we can get to it. The sooner we do good work and get this moving, the sooner I can... Ugh, get rid of that panel. Sooner I can establish good habits, of which I have been struggling to make, but we're doing it. Already better than it was before. I might be waxing a little bit psychological today. I am going through it a little bit, but we're good. It's going to be good. Yeah. Okay, I think I need a little bit more weight out here. And here. Yeah, okay, cool. One of the things I'm working on that I'm pretty excited about is, that's right, I left off on this and it looks bad. One second, let me... The window. Move you over here. I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm just gonna pause that. I'm gonna pop chat out. I don't know why I didn't do this already. I'm gonna send you right over there. Clip. I'm gonna put you there. Yes. We're gonna shrink you down. Yes. Okay, so now I can see. Yeah, it's scary. I understand that. If I'm being totally honest, nearly totally honest, this comic work is really important. Like, I have to do good work and put it out consistently, and I've been kind of failing on the consistent part. We're getting better at it. I'm definitely doing a better job than I was earlier this year, but I feel pretty strongly that I should be further along. And, it's partly because I don't have much stability outside of the teaching job that I have, and it's pretty scary. I've had to rely on Will quite a bit, and it's not a good feeling to be dependent. So I really want this to be good work. I really want this to open doors. I'd love to keep working on this project because I know it's going to be at least a couple books. But I'm still in that stage of proving to the universe that I exist and can do things that are artsy and cool and good and survive. You know what I mean? It's a precarious place to be. It's kind of exciting, you know? I am doing a good job. Like, this is good stuff. You know, being able to look back on this page, too, after the edits that I made, I feel really good about it. But yeah, I don't know. I just, I guess it's a long-winded way for me to say I understand what you're feeling. Like, I have never gone exactly through what you're going through, but, I get it. But there's something I'm kind of... I'm gonna be doing that for the rest of my life, I swear. There is something that I'm pretty excited about. Aside from having a few irons in the fires, that are, hopefully going to become something sooner than later. But there's a little bit of a contest going on right now between Artful and Clip Studio. It's just like a one-page, up to 10-panel comic with, the theme of deja vu, and I like my idea. I feel pretty good about it. Ultimately, I care a little bit less about the contest itself than I do about actually just doing the page, because finishing things that are not stuff that I'm being paid for is a problem that I have, and it's something that I desperately want to be better about doing. And if I were to finish that, whether I do it in time for the contest or not, though I really want to, because the first prize is $3,000, and that sounds fantastic. By the way, you guys should look it up. I'll post a link in it in a second, because, I mean, why not have some friendly competition? It ends in about 9 days. But, yeah. I would like to finish something that's not a job, and feel successful in doing it. And you know what, dude, you're right, it is a lot like starting an adventure without a map. It sometimes feels like starting an adventure without a map or provisions, but, you know, I think we can still make it work as long as we're diligent and, you know, not too self-deprecating. I think that's a really important part, is to try to... I'm not saying that you have to be positive all the time, because that's exhausting, but, you know... be objectively understanding of one's situation and skills. It's a hard thing to do, but it's good to do it. Truthfully, if I'm being completely objective, I also feel very strongly that I'm in a transitionary period, of starting something really good. And I've got a lot of things going for me in that direction, as far as, you know, I'm starting a new career. That is exactly what I'm doing right now, right? So obviously I don't have a lot of great success in this yet. I just started. It's only fair. And I'm really good at it. I'm not sitting here and tooting my own horn. I just, you know, I'm a good artist. I do good work. The things I lack in skill are less to do with the art and more to do with time management, which I'm getting better at. Confidence in the methods, because the technical skills needed for illustration are slightly different than the technical skills you need for comic. Different enough that I maybe overestimated how well I would do right off the bat, but that's okay. Sorry, I'm thinking about these spot blacks. I'm just getting a little bit out of my head for a second there. Ultimately, it makes sense that things are a little bit rocky right now, just because of where I'm at. It's really what I'm just getting at, so I'm trying not to be too down on myself about it. I'm also gonna go ahead and stop that conversation there. I don't want my streams to be too therapeutic, you know what I mean? Like, a little bit here and there is fine, but, at some point, if I need to do it, I should just get a therapist. Which is honestly actually not what I think I need right now. Yeah, I still like this face. His hands look better. Maybe I should push the line weight to show light from those chains a little bit. Like, her hands are a little thick. Just a bit. And, I appreciate the prayers. I've always thought it was sweet, honestly. I'm not a particularly religious person myself, but, it's nice to know that one is being thought of, you know what I mean? You ever stare at the black and white lines long enough that you start to wonder if there are differing values within the black? I think that's probably why I should maybe turn this down and... oh no. Do I not have it? Oh, my gray layer is not on. Okay. Ah, that's better. Oh my god, I can see. Woo! Okay. Let me see here. Oh, I forgot what I was doing. Oh, I remember now. This is not matching. This doesn't match. Doesn't matter. Kinda. Perfection may not be key here, but I should at least, like, look at perfection and go, I could strive for something close to that, right? Just enough for it to be good. There are certain little details that I feel like showcase a sense of lackadaisical approach to the art that if I don't catch it, it just feels off. And this is one of those things. Form is an important part to the style that I'm doing this in. It is not the case for everyone or every project, but it is for this one. Just enough for it to not look like complete garbage. Yeah, see, that's good enough. That's fine. It's not exact. It's not exactly where it should be. This is lumpy. That bothers me. Okay. But I gotta keep these thin because they're an unimportant, important detail. Just... what was the word for, there's like a movie term for just, like, stuff that looks scientific. There's a movie word for this. Hang on, this is important. Okay. This is important to me. And because of that, it's now also important to you. Where did my internet go? Oh, I'm looking at it. Haha. Okay. Movie word sci-fi props. Greeble. The word is greeble. I knew it. Greeble, greeblies, or nurnies. Small relief details used to give visual complexity to a model. The act of decorating a model with greebles is known as greebling. This is funny. While greebling originated as a technique in filmmaking, it's commonly used in model making, toy design, and kit bashing. Oh, that's cool. I like the phrase kit bashing. I already know exactly what that means just based on the word itself. That's clever. It was coined by George Lucas. Just to describe details on model ships used in the production of Star Wars. Ron Thornton is credited with coining the term nurnies to refer to CGI technical detail that his company Foundation Imaging produced for Babylon 5. While the model-making team in 2001 A Space Odyssey referred to them as Wiggets. We're gonna go ahead and say Greebles. Alright, so these are the Greebles. Those little decorative pieces. Look, it's so sci-fi now. Alright, we know exactly what that is. Greebles, that's so good. Ugh. It's terrible. Thank you, Eric. I love that you already knew that. I'm sorry it took me a second to see. I don't have my other internet window in a way that it's not hiding the chat. I'm gonna go ahead and just fix that real quick, just in case. There we go. Now I can see all your beautiful text when I look at the OBS as well as when I look at Firefox. I had the honor of describing to one of my students recently, and she's an adult and I feel like she should have known this, but she's not like an absolute geek like I am, so it makes sense to me that she didn't know this, but that the word embiggen is not only a real word, but it came from the Simpsons, like Cromulin. And that was fun. That was a fun day. It was a fun moment. And get that booty in there. Yeah. Get that awkward booty crease, fold, wrinkle. Something. These are loose-fitting tight pants. And then I can finally get this thing like I actually pulled that thing up for. I'm working. I'm working on it. I'm alive. I'm focused. There we go. So there's an anime that I've been in the mood to watch again. It's been a little while since I've seen it. That I think I could probably stream it in the Discord for a watch party if anybody's interested, called Wicked City. Wait, no, is Wicked City the one I'm thinking of? Hold up. It's important, okay? It's not a distraction. No, it's not Wicked City. God, what is it? Oop, not Wicked. Steady. 80s. Cyber City 080. That's the one I want to do. It's an anthology. It's like 3 episodes. It's like an OVA. Might be more than 3 episodes. But essentially, these prisoners are told that they can take time off of their egregiously long, lifelong sentences, like hundreds of years, thousands of years, if they become part of a city task force to fight crime. And it's like super sci-fi, super bloody, super bizarre. One of them is a vampire for like no reason. It's great. It's really good. And we should watch it. I don't know if I am going to do that today. I probably could tomorrow. Unsure. Just thinking out loud. Yeah, it is cool. It's a good one. It's funny. Okay, we found it because of this one YouTube video that's just called the second worst line in anime. Hang on. It's worth it. Which, the name alone is silly because it has implications. Second worst line in anime. And what made it funny is that we straight up just completely disagree. It's a great line. And by we, I mean like me and Will and also all our friends. Because this was a good time. Hi, Madara. Okay, back to it. Yeah, okay. Those tiny little details maybe feel out of place. Still finding that balance. If I add more tiny details, it'll feel less out of place. Look at me, I'm a genius! There's that wire. Muscles. I don't really want to add anything else to his face, but I guess I could throw a little bit. He's just covered in, like, little bits of fruit pulp, because, earlier in the, sequence that we're ending right here, a bunch of fruit from a stand just kind of falls up all over him. In classic fashion. One of the things I really like about this comic that I'm working on is that it's very, it's got a bit of a Spielberg edge to it. It's a lot of fun. Oh, what were you baking? Well, you've got plenty of time. I mean, it's not even the 20th yet. Like, I know that's tomorrow, but like, you know. I guess I don't know how much you have to do, to be fair. Gotta get my... Oh, excuse me. Rugrats bits in here. Like, glass piece, Funko, whatever. Little dots and divots. Bits and bobs. There you go. Ah. That's cool that you get to, like, bake it for school, though. Like, we didn't do that. And I would have liked to, but by the time I got into high school, they got rid of home ec, and in middle school, home ec was, like, basically the easy bake oven class, and I still didn't get that class either, because it wasn't required. It was just, sometimes you'd get it, and sometimes you wouldn't. That's cool. I'm glad you get that time off. It's actually quite quite some extra time. It's a whole 5-day weekend. Yeah, I feel like I'm done with that panel for now. We can move along to the sky, baby. Here we go. No. Used to be eggier. Oh, 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 hey, haha. I'm so glad I got tomorrow off. Won't have a real break, but that'll be a little bit of one. I'm planning on streaming tomorrow too, probably again roughly all day. Want to start early if I can, but the goal is just comic and freelance all day. I've got a couple illustrations I need to work on, and if I can finish this and move on to pencils for the next couple pages, that would be nice. And ba 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 ba. I gotta work on that comic for the oh, the art. I didn't post that link. My bad, guys. This one. Boink. And yeah, I don't know, it just looks really cool. It doesn't say that you have to use Clip Studio, but they are hosting it, so I don't know. Oh wow, there's like a lot of supporting publishers too. I didn't read that part. That's cool. I don't recognize any of these publishers. There's a couple of really good ones in here too. Honestly, like if you scroll down, you can see where people have put in their submissions. And it's really interesting how many of them treat the entire comic like a single composition. Some of them are really beautifully rendered. I think my idea is fun, but it might be... It's up against some tough contenders. There's some really, really cool ones in here. There's one I saw that treated the entire page kind of like a playing card where diagonally it would flip so it was like upside down and right side up at the same time. And I thought that was really clever because the theme is you know, deja vu. And yeah, I definitely am Cody. Totally am. I like the variety of art styles in here too. There's some really fun ones. I've not read these all, but you can already see some of them that go against the guidelines though. There's been at least a couple. The main guideline being that it's got to be safe for work and it's got to be certain ratio of like size up to a certain point. It doesn't have to be a specific one, but it can't be beyond a certain one. And it has to be fewer than 10 panels. And every so often you'll catch one, you're like, ah, you're like 14 panels for like no reason. Some of these are hand-drawn too, that's fun. Okay, good. Initially I was gonna do it hand-done, but I thought maybe it would be better to do it in clip. Yeah, a lot of good contenders. Is there like a voting thing, or are they voting for it? I think they vote for it. These are just submit. Ah, okay, trending. New. I see. I maybe did a bad job not doing it sooner. I had my concept like 2 weeks ago, and I just didn't commit to it. Oh, thanks, man. That's alright. It's not like you have to be at every single one, you know? But I appreciate it. I hope that what you are doing tomorrow is, fun as well. And I'm trying to make an effort to stream more often. Like, it's just... Aside from being... good for my brain to be interacting with people, alright? I think we talked about this a little bit yesterday. But, it's good professionally. For one thing, we're getting to a point where we want to start getting some attention on this comic. We're gonna start posting pages as a webcomic, hopefully in the next month or two. I'm hoping for December, but expecting for January. We haven't actually discussed it in full yet as far as when. But I imagine January would be the better option, given that everybody's going to be distracted by all of the holidays. Every holiday. It is that time of year, my friends. We're all going to get fat and happy. It's going to be great. I am looking forward to it. We'll be doing a road trip to West Virginia for Christmas this year. Because that's where Will's dad lives. And I'm really excited about it. I haven't been on a road trip like that in a really long time. And I haven't been on a road trip like that as an adult, so I'm like super stoked about it. The closest I've gotten is driving to and from my mom's up in the Bay Area. And then one time we drove down from Washington. We flew up, but we drove down. And that was forever. And it was also my grandparents. And so the fun factor was different. If it were me and my friends, it'd be a little bit different than me and my grandparents. Not that I didn't have an enjoyable time. I loved hanging out with them. They also didn't let me drive the whole time, so, I like driving on road trips. Here we go. But, that's actually another thing that I'll be, giving more information out soon about, when I have it to share, which is when we're posting this comic and where we're hosting it at. And what our release schedule for pages will be, because this is going to be a webcomic. Anyway, that thick line in the eye there is driving me a little nuts, though. It's still a little chilly today, but I'm trying to keep myself from getting my big sweater on because I know that when I have to take it off to go to work, if I can't take that sweater to work, it's just way too huge. I'll just be training myself to be cold. I don't want to be cold. I want to be strong, like the bear. Oh my god. There we go. Is that better? Not really. Do I care? Yes. Yes, I do. That's better. Yeah. Cool. Still a little wobbly, but I can live with that. You can be skinnier. This song's terribly distracting. One second. It looks like Mr. Krabs' claw. Let's do this one first so I can get that shape right. Oh, that's fun. I mean, I know of at least one person, I think it's Amy Thompson. She ended up getting a gig because she redesigned, Disney, princesses' costumes according to historical accuracy, which was really cool. I think that's a good idea. I think you could have a lot of fun with it, too. It's a good exercise. I think I ought to do some fan art. Like, I haven't been, like, in tune with the things that get me pumped for a really long time, as far as, like, enough to want to draw them. But, you know, in the same vein, we were just talking about that, like, one of the previous streams about the potential importance of doing fan art. But also, like, it's fun, it's supposed to be fun, and I haven't had fun doing it in a while. Everything's work all the time, I'm gonna scream. I'm not gonna scream. I'm not complaining about this gig either, like, I really love working on this comic. It makes me really happy. I got really pumped too yesterday. I was driving home and started having some really good ideas for my own comic. I don't think I've talked about it here very much, but I've got a comic that I started laying out. I actually started inking the first page, but after working on this one for a little bit, I realized that I need to maybe finish laying out the whole thing. If not at least the first chapter. Oops. But, it's called Reanimate, and it's about a guy who is dead, who reanimates and, goes through a post-mortem ego death. And I promise it's a comedy. Kinda. Ugh. Sleepy. Don't mind me, I'm just sleepy. Alright, this music's actually starting to grate on me a little bit. Let's, you know what, let's do some video game music. I'm gonna do Skyrim. I like Skyrim's background music. I don't need the ambient stuff, though. I just need... OST. La 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 la. Okay. Let's do this one. I don't know if that, like, matters that much, bro. Like, I don't know, there's plenty of people who just draw whatever they want, and it got them gigs doing the stuff that they like to do, you know? So, like, if you want to draw more feminine things, then do it. Like, some versatility is oh, that's loud. Some versatility will definitely get you a long way to be able to... Why is this on 3 AM Music Official? Like, listen, could you imagine listening to this? Like, it just pops up on your TV at 3 AM at full volume. Anyway, versatility is going to take you a long way, and as a freelance artist, you're going to have to find yourself in a position where you have to do stuff that you're not excited about. At least, you know, sometimes. But if you can find the things about them that are similar enough to the things that you are excited about, it gets a little easier. That said, though, oh, excuse me, I would lean into the stuff that gets you jazzed, because, I mean, part of people looking at your portfolio is about them learning about your artistic voice and how it fits, right? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not such a professional freelance artist that I could say that with my full chest. Like, yeah, just do that. Because I've never worked for a major company like that. But fitting some of the advice I've gotten over the years, I feel like, you know, do some of the stuff that you're not thrilled about, but then do a bunch of stuff that you are thrilled about. And as long as they're strong pieces, that's what matters. You just want to see that you can draw the circle that they need. Whether it's a goth circle or springtime feminine circle, as long as it's a circle. I get, like, the whole goal is to eventually be able to do the things that you want to do. Oh my gosh. Ah! I can't get this line. We are the things that we do repeatedly, and I am undoing constantly. What does that mean? Okay. There we go. Stop it. Stop it. Okay. Yeah. I love that part of the song. It makes me really happy. There we go. I'm gonna have to sculpt this a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay. We can do it. We can do it. One pixel at a time. Come on. Come on, shave it down. Do something. Oh my god. Okay. Ugh, I should have done this on a vector layer. I would have just fixed it right away. That's true. Just as like an example of that kind of versatility, I just got a gig, kind of as a family favor, in a way. I don't want to call it that because it wasn't like somebody reached out to me and said, hey, will you do this? It was more like, hey, my sister was looking at the piece you did as a gift for me and wondered if you would be willing to do one for her for pay. And I was like, oh yeah, hell yeah, absolutely. So I'm doing a pet portrait. I am not somebody who wants to draw dogs all day, all the time. I'd be really good at it, though. I've drawn a lot of dogs over the years, just part of the way that where I work, the way we teach. Oftentimes there's projects where it's like, yeah, bring in a photo of your pet and we'll draw their portrait together as a family. Sorry, I got the biggest yawns the last couple of days. I think it's the chill air and the poor sleep I've been having. It's income. I can do it. I won't have as much fun as I would if it were something else. But I can make it fun, and I'm gonna make it fun. For one thing, I'm gonna show you guys. I think I shared it in one of the whip stuff. For one thing, this dog is so cute. This dog is so cute. I love this dog. Look, she's a Rottweiler. Look at how pretty she is. And then, these are the two options I'm putting forward for her. It's a little bit cartoony. I'm finding the fun. And it's gonna be in, like, in the colors, too, when I sit down and, like, throw the colors together. Because I'm painting this. It's gonna be watercolor. So the ways that I try to look for the fun is while she herself is just a black and brown dog, and maybe there's some cooler tones in some of the areas, but warmer in others, I like to exaggerate it in places. So when it is at the end, oh, wrong layer, I'll likely be coming in with these like fun, bright colors just to put my own enjoyable spin on things. Just a little something to push it, you know? And so if you find that you're in a position where you have to get a job that involves drawing the rotting corpse of a goblin and, it's, like, gross and icky or whatever, like, there's ways that you can find the things in there on a technical level enjoyable, right? Like, so you can sneak some flowers in there with it, right? And it's representational if you do, you know, something like peace lilies, I think, are often shown with, like, cartoon dead things, and you can throw that in there, or maybe it's the manner in which you were to apply shading to a particular subject matter, like, I really like this shape, so I found a way to incorporate it into this thing, so when I shade it, I get all the things that I like, you know? Finding the fun. It was really interesting looking at Chuck Jones' personal artwork, because his paintings are not really like anything in the Looney Tunes. Even his designs feel way more chaotic and kind of gross, actually. It's really interesting. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen Ralph Bakshi's paintings, but some of Chuck Jones's paintings look a lot like that. This is unrelated to this. I just had like a little bit of a train of thought, like, based off of where this came from. What we were talking about. I don't know. I think I'm rambling now. That looks okay. I see now that this was supposed to be something else, and now I don't like either shape, so I'm just gonna fix that real quick. Okay. There we go. Looking good. That's true. Yeah. I can confirm going with the flow too much does lead to only doing what pays the bills. And exactly that. That it was in fact my 20s and I'm trying to break out of. So, definitely listen to Eric. He's right. That's a very good point. I'll be honest, this music's kind of putting me in the mood to, like, get back into playing Skyrim. I used to play it a little bit obsessively. Like, I didn't get anywhere with it. Like, I never... I guess that's not true. I started playing through the DLC and got pretty close to the end. I think I ended up beating... Oh, God, what's that dragon's name? I think I did technically beat the game once. I just get so distracted. I like running around and doing weird shit. It's probably for the best that I haven't gotten into Baldur's Gate. Because I just get the feeling... Wait, no. Baldur's Gate's like turn-based combat though, isn't it? Hold up. I was gonna say, I got the feeling that if I were to, Oh, ew, it is! Oh, never mind. I was gonna say, I had the feeling that if I got into Baldur's Gate, I would end up being lost to time and space and my friends and family. No, we're all safe, guys. It's turn-based combat. We're good. There's a really fun game that I love very, very much that I don't see anybody talking about ever that I highly recommend. It's really good for just picking it up and putting it back down again when you just want to play for like an hour and then find a good stopping point to like do whatever you gotta. It's called Atomicrops. I'll post some here. Post the Steam page. Essentially, you are a farmer in a post-apocalyptic setting, and you have to find your way through the land around your farm to collect supplies and plant your crops, and then at nighttime you have to protect your crops from the onslaught of pests. And it's one part like cute sort of, what do they call it, farm sim, you know, thing, and one part bullet hell, like absolute bullet hell. It's a stressful game. It's not relaxing or cozy at all. It's bombastic and it's weird and wild and kind of hard. It's a really difficult game, and I love it. I love it so much. It's just so wacky. But also, it's just the gameplay itself is just a blast. Pun intended. And it's cheap. Just throwing that out there. Would you guys watch if I did game streaming instead of art streaming? Like, not as a replacement. I would absolutely still be doing art streams, but like, why not both? There's a lot of games out there that people are very familiar with that I am not familiar with, and I think the idea of going through and getting first impressions together could be a lot of fun. There's a lot of them. I'll be open. I'll be open-minded too. I'm not a really big fan of turn-based combat, but that doesn't mean I won't play it. Like, I played the crap out of Pokemon Blue. Did get boring after a while though. And Crystal. And Gold. I played a lot of Pokemon, okay? Yeah. Cool. I haven't played a lot of the absolute classics. I'm a really big fan of some of the ones that I grew up with. Obviously, I think like everybody is a big fan of the things I grew up with. I was a PlayStation 2 kid, and I didn't have anybody in my life who was like a super knowledgeable video game person. Like, I feel like a lot of people's introduction to video games came from either a friend who had an older sibling or an older sibling that they had, or everybody being excited about and having the same consoles at the same time. I didn't really have that. So I just sort of had to, go through the library myself of, what was for sale and try it out and blah, blah, blah. I'm a huge platformer fan. Like, I love the Spyro games. At least I like the original trilogy. I don't think I've played any of the ones after that. And then obviously, Crash Bandicoot and Jak and Daxter were all really big for me. And so was some of the more weird ones. Obviously, my first fighting game was Tekken. We had Tekken 4, and I loved that. I liked playing Kwannon. I don't think I'm saying his name right. I've only ever seen it written down. Ni no Kuni, I tried. And I don't remember why I didn't continue it. It could just as easily be that I, got busy and couldn't. But I'm very, very easily bored. I'm, like, chronically bored. And if something doesn't break through that barrier, it's hard to maintain that. As a kid, that was worse. But I try really hard to not let that take over, but I think it's like an ADD thing. Why didn't I finish Ni no Kuni? I gotta be honest, I can't actually picture in my brain what the gameplay was like. I've gone through that opening sequence. I think of the second one, where there's that weird, like, little creature with the Scottish accent. I can't remember his name. I think that's the second one. I really liked, Tail Concerto. Was super fun. And Threads of Fate. That was actually a pretty big impression on me, both of those games. And Twisted Metal. I think we had Tekken 3 and Twisted Metal 4. And those were good. I used to have, okay, if you're nerdy enough for this to mean something, I think you guys are gonna get mad at me. I had the disc set for Legends of Dragoon, but I didn't understand how to play it when I was a kid. I just didn't get it. I'd never played a JRPG before, like a proper one, so I didn't understand what was happening or like how to do anything, and there was just so much stuff to like read. I was just kind of a little thinky dum-dum. So I sold it at a I never played it. And I sold it at a garage sale. And now that I know what it is, I regret that. I regret what could have been. And how much more money I could have sold it for. But also that, like, it's I know it's considered to be, like, really great. And kind of rare. That sucks. So I think I only paid, like, 15 bucks for it when I bought it. This looks like a mess. I don't think I need to have all that information on here. I do like Ghibli, and I do like that, they expanded into something different. I think they needed to expand into different for a while. God, and they got so close with The Boy and the Heron. What a disappointment. I understand why it turned out like it did, which it just, my heart goes out to it, but like, ooh, man. I did not like that movie. Chibi Robo is so cute. But yeah, oh man. It's funny, Will was just playing that last night. There was one I played recently that I really liked. I don't know why I can't think of what it was. Yeah, do you know the story, Cody, of, like, what happened? Like, why it turned out like it did? Yeah, so, essentially what happened was, Miyazaki had this thing planned, and it was supposed to be kind of an homage to, one of the other bigs at Ghibli, who was sort of his mentor. And I want to say it was Isao Takahata, but I might be wrong. I can't remember who it was exactly. And it was just supposed to be like a big old love letter to, just what he meant to him, you know, and as an artist especially. But I think he was a bit of a mentor, and since they went on to work together for a while too, it was a bit more of like maybe almost parental. Like, it was just very close. And then he died, and Miyazaki just was in such a depression about it that they put production on hold for a long time. It was over a year, I think. It might have been 2, but it was a long time. And the studio was really patient, but there were people who were invested in this, and eventually they're like, hey, listen, we gotta finish this, though. So he just sort of threw the rest of it together. And you can kind of see that turning point. Like, there's that scene where, the kid is talking to the heron for the first time, and he starts getting covered in frogs, and the fish start, like, freaking out. It's just really cool, dramatic scene. And then everything after that point just kind of falls down. His heart wasn't in it. He just wanted to throw something together, and he just, they all just did the best they could. But it really, really affected production pretty terribly. And so it lost the plot. and I think it ended up just being something of a cope film. I could be off base with some of this information. I've not looked super deeply into it recently. It's been a minute since I learned about this, so I could be off on some things, but yeah. That's kind of upsetting. I was so excited for that movie too. It still has some great scenes. Like, it's got some beautiful looking things. The same kind of joy and whimsy that that movie is going for, I find in The Cat Returns. That one is just so joyous and so cute and fun, and it's just like a really good fairy tale. Porco Rosso is up there with it, but it lacks that degree of whimsy. The only whimsical thing about it is the main dude, and he resents it. He resents it very much. Which is so interesting, you know? Yeah, no, it's true. That's true. When Miyazaki passes, I think we're gonna learn some really interesting things about him. He's just sort of a fascinating, kind of chaotic character. I feel like there's parts of this that are too parallel and don't really read. Okay, let's make that adjustment. That'll make it more parallel. Let's change you. Yo! That's awesome. Congrats, dude. I hope it ends up being a good gig. Look at you in demand. Oh, no! Oh. Hopefully there's some context clues you can look into. Too many things. Too many things. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That'll work. That'll work. Yes. That looks better. Cool. I just have to finish it. Okay. Probably not. But, I would do a little due diligence and just, like, you know, ask some sneaky questions. Like, oh, that's awesome. Great. I'm so glad you're excited. Well, tell me, do you have any ideas on what you were already thinking of for this cover to be? Yeah! Yeah! Yes! Oh, it's lining up. Oh, that's good. Okay. I'm glad for you, bro. That's awesome. This song is too quiet. Let's skip. There we go. Well, it's just too... I'm bored now. I think I did Hollow Knight yesterday. Will I get a warning if I do an anime OST? Let's find out. Dear YouTube, please don't get mad at me. Love, Maya. Okay. Okay, back to panic. Why are we back to panic? Is it just because you're done talking to the dude? And back to normal. Return to the stance from which you came. I don't like how nasty this is. Ah, you know what? Get the practice. Get paid for the practice. And hit us up. Get some feedback. Expression is something I personally enjoy doing a lot of, so if you ever need a hand, just hit me up. I think you'll be able to do it. I think you'll pull it off pretty well. Oh, that's a fun one. Okay, that's fun. I think you can do it. I think you can do it. We got your back, bro. You can do it, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. Hell yeah. Sweet insanity. From reality. Do you call it solitude? And you call it misery? When all the girls are far away, maybe lonely. The haze of it with desire, crying for freedom. Yeah. Yeah. No, definitely. Well, I'm rooting for you, bud. Still have these two really similar shapes right next to each other in the middle of this. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but I'm just not fond of it. Maybe I should have just given him hands. Ow. Oh, I just rammed my heel into the wheel of my chair. Owie. Okay, I'm okay. I'm okay. The wrong color. Maybe if I just rotate it a little bit. Ugh, excuse me. Do I like this more? A little. Kinda. Enough? Yeah. Yeah, I like this more enough. It's just like this kind of a funky tangent here, where this line here, aside from it just being really similar to this one, like in shape, but this line here just continues through and becomes his arm. And I don't like that. So I think maybe if I just make his hand claw planned claw bigger. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Those two similar shapes, but we can deal with that. Just make it crabbier. No. No. Yeah. That's the simplest answer. Just move it all the way to the side. No arm.
Yay! I have 10 subscribers. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I love you all very much. 10 whole peoples. I'm only being a little sarcastic. I'm actually pretty thrilled about that. Yay! 10 people like to listen to me ramble and talk about weird shit. It's awesome. Well, thank you for the thumbs up, guys. Like, I know it's for... I can't read things. I can't read anything. Anyway, no, it's just nice. It's just nice to know. Things are going well. This was a good idea. I used to listen to this soundtrack a lot. This was one of those anime, technically this is one of my first ones, because it was on Toonami a lot. So this is, Dot Hack Sign. And, whenever we'd go to, my, grandfather's to visit over the summer, we'd all sleep out in the living room because you didn't have, like, extra rooms. Like, they had one extra room and my parents took it. So we'd just sleep on the couch and on the floor and whatever. But we'd leave their massive TV on. It would just be on Cartoon Network all night. So I'd wake up in the middle of the night, and it would either be, Aqua Teen Hunger Force, it would be this sometimes, though I think this was usually earlier in the night. I used to watch this at home, too. I'd managed to catch it. C-Lab 2020, though I never really sat down to watch that one because I got bored, and also it was 3 in the morning. Or whatever other time it was. But sometimes I still throw on Aqua Teen Hunger Force in the middle of the night because I can't sleep. It's just nostalgic to be half asleep and hear, "My name is Sheikh Zula, the Mike Ruler," you know. But, between that and, I watched, a lot of Dragon Ball Z. It was mostly just the Cell Saga, because once they got to Boo, I stopped paying attention. They had Yu Yu Hakusho. I didn't watch that one often either. I usually just caught it in the middle of the episode, so I never really... I was always busy when it first popped on. What's the other one? Oh, obviously Sailor Moon. Inuyasha. No, that one I ended up watching more later. And then obviously, Full Metal Alchemist. Yeah. Yeah, that looks way, way better. Cool. Cool. Good. They're all a little bit wavy looking, these lines, inconsistent. But the shapes are better, the position's better. The silhouette's clear. Get rid of part of this. Yes. Cool. I'm gonna leave it alone now. Ba-ba-bum. Got a message from my partner. Just gonna check in. Okay. Nothing majorly important, just making sure. Okay. This is a woman who never really smiles. And I need to make sure that that sardonicness still makes its way into the grins that she does let loose. Am I too round there? Nah, a little small though. You know what? At least the research led you somewhere good though, right? But, have you seen, those, James Lee videos on Adobe? And eventually leaving Adobe? Because he used the same metaphor. And they're very funny. Is it James Lee? Or Jim? I was right, it's James. Stop it, pause. Jeez, okay. This one, right here. Boink. It's a good watch. Makes a lot of other ones, about, there's a newer one he did, talking about how he finally left, a lot of major companies, products, I mean, and made the switch over to Linux to better customize his computer to make it feel like his own. It's something that I want to do too, but I can't totally validate doing it until I know that there's a way for me to do it and keep Clip Studio, because I own Clip Studio, and I love Clip Studio. Okay. Oh, man. Yeah, Adobe, sorry, excuse me, big stretch. Adobe's just kind of not worth it anymore. And they keep doubling down on it, too. It's like they want to be not worth it, which, I suspect is actually partly true. I think they want to have their pay pigs primarily be major companies. And I think that that kind of has been true already for a long time. But, that's, you know, tinfoil hat conspiracy with zero anything to back that up, so don't quote me on it. But that's just the impression that I get. Which seems silly to me. They're just, you know, there's money on the table, and if you treat the individual, you know, people who buy your stuff, with respect, then one can assume that you treat the larger studios with respect too, but here we are, with them literally kicking people while they're down, like, no! You have to pay extra to leave, or whatever, you know, we spit upon you and all of your rights and needs. Ha ha ha, pay us more money. And it just, doesn't look good. And they keep doing it. I'm starting to think that they might have a humiliation fetish, just a little bit. I get that they're a company and can't have one, but here we are. I don't know. Yeah, it's true. Look, nobody owns anything, which is why I think everyone should try to strive to own something. I don't know if you can hear that side eye I'm giving when I say that. I'm just throwing that out there. It's there. I know I don't have like a camera, but there is a side eye. But like the idea of being able to totally customize my computer again. Like, I used to do that as a kid, you know, like, oh, get the themes, get the cute cursor, and make your own background art. And, I mean, obviously I can still do the background art thing, that's fine. Pick out your fun color. Like, remember MySpace? Where, you literally could just learn HTML so you could decorate the whole thing the way you wanted to. I got so into that as like a teenager. It was so fun. But in the same way, getting my computer to feel like my computer, you know? Getting my, subscriptions sucks. I don't like subscriptions. I would like to pay money once and have the thing, and if there's an update, if it's necessary, it should be automatic, and if it's not, then I should be able to choose to get it. Like, I'm not against paid DLC. I think it's fine. As long as it's, like, not a necessary component to a functioning thing that I bought, you know? Like, I don't want to buy an unfinished game. It's not the ending. But if it's an outfit or a funny new side story, that's fine. Totally cool. So if that DLC is also, widgets for my computer to... I know I keep going back to computer, but that's, like, the one on my mind. You know? Yes, I've heard of wine. I've not done a whole lot of research into it, but I do know that there are plenty of people who have success with making Clip Studio function with it, amongst other things. And I know that a lot of people are just also making the switch over to Krita because Krita just automatically works. They have a Linux version. I don't like Krita yet. I'm not ready to leave Clip Studio for Krita. It's not giving me what I would want. Like, their pickup line's not good enough for me to consider leaving my current, you know, my current wife. You know. I love this program. It's so good. Like, look at how nice and clean and crisp my lines are. Look at how smoothly it runs at 600 DPI. I love it. But also, it's not Photoshop. It's not holding all of this over my head. They have a subscription, but they also have a no subscription. And that's cool. And I can animate in it, which I've started doing, which is awesome. And I know you can with Photoshop, but the method is a pain in the ass. And Adobe Animate sucks. It sucks so hard. It used to be good before it became Adobe. Like, Macromedia was great. Flash was awesome. And it's almost like they were like, nah, good things are bad. Let's be bad instead. Bad things are good. Which is bad. I don't know. Yeah, you know, honestly, I don't really either. I haven't given it much of a chance yet, to be fair. So I need to really sit down and try doing, like, something in it. But, like, I don't know if I even like the Chrome brush all that much. Like, I see the appeal in a finished product. Like, I really love that, almost, like, paper wash look that it has, where you sit there building it a lot. Like, you're dry brushing some paint on some paper or something. I like that texture a lot. I don't like how it looks when you first do that. There was this thing where it's like, it picks your point and it knows where the curve is and knows where the curve is, and it's just a series of lines, like, kind of making their way there, and it's connecting all of them, and I don't like that. It's not what I drew! It's not how paints work! And I get it, I know it's not supposed to be that way, but still! DeviantArt very shortly had an online do some drawings on our website thing. I don't know if they still have it or not, I doubt it. But they had a thing do the same thing, and it just drove me nuts. Rebel. Rebel, that sounds familiar. I'm gonna look that up. Rebel. Oh. Oh. Okay. This is what Coral used to be. But more. It's what they wanted to be. I don't know what Coral's up to anymore. I'm not making that as like a detrimental thing. I just don't know. That's cool. Ooh. They got gold leaf. That's pretty. Okay. I see the appeal with these outcomes. Ugh. Yeah, these watercolor brushes look really good. Oh, I just remembered something. Ooh. So I have Procreate now. And there's somebody who does these really excellent brushes. I don't remember his whole name. It's like Max Olnick? Max something? I'm gonna look him up. But, yeah, Max Pack. Yes, okay. And some of these are really pretty too. I'm gonna go ahead and share his page because he's got some really cool ones and he does some Clip Studio ones too, which I've not tried, but his watercolor brushes look really nice. And his gouache ones also look really, really cool. I want to try the gouache ones. I like that rougher texture. Oh, he's got a comics one. Oh, I knew this. Yeah. He's also just a really good artist, too. I like looking at his stuff. I wish I had money to spend. I'd buy a lot of brushes, like right now. Oh well. She's looking a little too cute here. Hair's not quite right either. Alright, I'll see you later, Gator. I'm not streaming for a whole lot longer, but I will be tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. Goodbye. Okay. I need to take a quick break. Oop, that's not an R. What is wrong with me? But I'm gonna make some coffee and use the restroom. So I shall return.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think making coffee is going to take longer than I predicted it would, and given the time, I'm going to go ahead and stop streaming for now. I don't know if I'll get back to it today, but I will otherwise see you tomorrow morning. I'm looking at 10 a.m. PST. If I can come in late or earlier, if I can start at 9, I'd be happier. But that's where I'm aiming for right now because I've been sleeping in lately and I'm trying to do better. But anyway, love you everybody. I'll see you later and we'll kick back again